He is the head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers here on the Rich Eisen Show. He is Bruce Arians. How's the coach of Tom Brady doing?
I say he's doing extremely well right now, and hopefully everybody out there is healthy and safe.
Yeah, I bet. Exactly. That's the most important thing. Before we get into that, I mean, how are you handling yourself with coronavirus? Obviously, Coach, with you in a
yeah, we shut down the office, the other day, and then I've been very fortunate. My daughters flew in with my 3-year-old and 1-year-old grandson, so they are wearing me out.
Oh my gosh! So you're in your house with who? How many human beings are in Casa Arians right now?
Well, my wife, my daughter, her husband, and 2 wild Indians, little rascals, 3 and 1, and they're both walking and running. So I'm having a big time.
Gosh, yeah, you're having a flashback, huh? A little flashback right now to
yes, indeed.
the old days. Okay, so then let's get into the football aspect of things here. Tom Brady. I mean, if I had told you that you'd be the head coach of Tom Brady at some point in your career, what would you have said to that, Coach?
When did I die, and how did I get back? No way. I mean, never did I think that he would ever leave New England. And, this year, you kind of got a feeling maybe. So you do your due diligence as an organization, and you rate all the quarterbacks that might become available. We had him ranked number 1. If it happened, we would make a concerted effort, and we did.
So walk me through, because I'm reading reporting here that is it really the case you did not lift a phone and talk to Tom Brady until Wednesday, the actual new league year day? Is that the first time you spoke to him about joining the Buccaneers personally?
Yes. I mean, that was, Jason had talked with his representatives in the legal tampering period, and we had to wait until Wednesday evening. I think it was Wednesday evening, and had a long conversation, and everything went well, and everything worked out. So I was as shocked as everybody else.
So walk me through, what was the conversation with Tom like when you first connected with him and started talking to him about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and joining your team? What was that like?
Well, just getting to know each other a little bit, and I did a couple of games for CBS.
Right.
So I was in production meetings with Tom, so I know him that way. But just talk offensive philosophy, family, relocations, all those type of things, how great it is down here to live. And, the organization, we have great ownership and fantastic facility. And, then we start talking about football and how he fit. And I think what he brings to us more than anything is a proven leader of men that knows how to win championships. And, we've got a really good young football team that needs a leader like that.
So what do you say? Because obviously there's a lot of downtime for a lot of people to suppose these things. And as it was leading up to the legal tampering window, I guess, or the legal conversation window, is that Brady at entering age 43 and an offense like yours, no risk it, no biscuit, pushing it down the field, potentially sending everybody out in routes, is not actually a system fit. What do you say to that, Bruce?
I think they didn't watch the tape. And, he can make every throw still. But he throws to the guy that's open. We don't throw it deep. We throw the guys open. We share very, very similar philosophies. The way they run the ball, the way we run the ball, play action, do those things, empty formations, get it out quick. But if there's a deep matchup in a short pass, take the deep matchup. You're not holding it any longer. But, just throw it to the guys that's open, and that's what he's always done. So I think he's a perfect fit.
So what is the offense going to look like? Because I'm sure he wants to have some sort of say as to what he likes, dislikes, wants to maybe have.
I think that was a big part of, my philosophy has always been great collaboration with the quarterback, no matter who it's been. It's the offense of the Buccaneers. He's going to come in. He's going to learn the terminology. He's all in. I can't wait to get started. We'll steal some ideas from him, whether it be third down, red zone, what his favorite stuff is. I'm sure it's in our offense already. You know, watching their tape, very, very similar stuff. So yeah, it was just a great. I love collaborating with great minds, and that's one of the greatest minds ever.
Did he lift the phone, based you can tell, or maybe you did, to Peyton Manning and have a conversation with him about you, and vice versa, vet you?
Not to the. I did not, and I do not think he did also either. But wouldn't be surprised because they are good friends.
Yeah, I know, it's just I can't wrap my arms around the fact that he's not in New England anymore, and he chose you guys, and not just because of the fact that he's not in New England anymore. You know, the fact that he's with you is just an amazing combination that I'm wondering if you've even wrapped your arms around that or mind around it yet yourself, Bruce.
Yeah, I do every day. I don't sleep much. I just can't wait to get started. You know, hopefully our country can kick this virus's ass and get back to going, and you know, we can get into some form of a spring football philosophy of when we're going to practice and how it's going to work out, and get all that settled so that we can get started. You know, we'll get him up to speed as fast as we can, and I'm sure he's already reached out to some of our guys about when we're going to work out together somewhere else in the meantime.
So let's just, in the few minutes we have left here with you, sir, Bruce Arians, here on the Rich Eisen Show. I'm in my office. Bruce is down there in Tampa. We're all social distancing properly to have this conversation. The Jameis of it all, what would you tell a team that knocks on the door maybe to you about Jameis if they're interested in his services? What would you tell them, Bruce?
Yeah, I've called a couple of teams that you're going to get one of the hardest workers you've ever had, and a great young man. You know, it didn't work out for us only because Tom Brady was available, and we had a Teddy Bridgewater. If that would have worked out, but if not, we were going full steam ahead back with Jameis. He's a great young man, and nobody's going to outwork him.
So you've lifted the phone yourself to call people?
I did. I talked to two teams.
You did, and I don't know if you're willing to. I'm sure you're not willing to tell which teams they are, but
yeah, I like to keep that one to myself. But
I bet.
Yeah.
What do you sense the level of interest is for him as a starter? Or what?
No, I think it was just to get him on your roster, and it would be a great fit. And one team was not interested in the other one. Hey, thank you for calling.
Okay. And, you know, because as you know, I was there week 16, did the game, and Jameis had come off a ridiculous hot streak for a month. And then the pick sixes and the Bugaboos return, and both games you were in. I mean, it really was amazing. So what would you say at the end of the day is something that just did not work out, click, anything of that regard, Bruce?
Yeah, I think it was that regression in those last two ball games after he made such good progress. You know, you don't throw for 5,130 touchdowns and not have any talent. I mean, it's amazing. Those numbers are amazing themselves. Those turnovers in December made us look and see if was there something better behind door number two. We owe that to our owners and the rest of our football team to see, not thinking it's going to be Tom Brady.
Okay, so before I let you go, what else does Tampa need to do now that you got Tom? Obviously, the window's there, your window's there. It's now the next 2 to 3 years. There's eggs in the TB12 basket. We all know that. What needs to be done? Do you think to get this team on Super Bowl footing?
I think we've got a couple more guys to sign defensively. Hopefully, have a great draft and get them ready to play.
How much is your?
I think we were so close last year.
I
mean, 7-9 doesn't sound close, but you eliminate 20 turnovers and we're in there.
Oh no, and the schedule last year. I mean, I personally witnessed some of your schedule out there in London, and then to Seattle and Tennessee. You went a month and a half without being home. I mean, and then
yeah, it was crazy.
Exactly. So when it all comes down to it, I mean, do you think you've got yourself a Super Bowl team to put it right there in Raymond James for the first time, a home team being the true home team in a Super Bowl? Do you think you got that?
Well, I think our players believe it. Defensively, we need another piece to come back, and then, yeah, I think we have a chance to win our division and get into the playoffs. And once you're in the playoffs, we've won it as a sixth seed, we've won it as a first seed in the past, and so it's just getting into the dance. I think yes, we can get in the dance.
Okay, and when did you realize? I think Tom's coming to us. Was there a moment where you had an exchange with him? Anything? Did you want to
Yeah,
about that?
when I hung up the phone that night, I talked to Jason. I said, I think he's coming.
What gave you that impression? Just everything?
His enthusiasm. He was trying to sell me as much as I was trying to sell him.
No kidding.
His excitement level was off the charts. I couldn't wait to go to practice.
And then telling people in your family, telling kids, I imagine that Tom Brady's coming. That had to be a conversation for you, huh?
yeah. It's they knew about the time everybody else knew, but it was it's still a little bit surreal.
Okay. And did you go over with him stuff about his maybe his trainer coming in and bringing all that into the fold? What makes him comfortable? Is he going to have a lot of say on that front, Coach?
Oh yeah. One thing I believe in is each guy has something different. Ndam Kansu has some things, and worked with him, and just whatever it takes for you to get ready to play on Sunday, I'm all for.
Okay. Well, maybe you can do the TB12 system. Have you ever had avocado ice cream, Coach? Ever had that?
No, I'm not. That's too California for me, brother.
You the man, Bruce. Stay safe, stay healthy.
All right, baby.
Congrats
you too, Rich.
Congrats on getting.
Thanks.
I mean, look, you've coached Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. I don't know who else has really done that. Quite frankly, you're a unicorn. You're a unicorn.
An old sexy one too.
That's I will never forget that. All right, be well, be healthy, be safe, and obviously, enjoy having those grandkids around. Enjoy it.
You too, my man.
Yeah, that's Bruce Arians right here on the Rich Eisen Show. Thanks, Coach.